Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are here to present a DMDW assignment, that is rule based disease prediction. Now Manju will be explaining the code part. Manju, carry on.
Good morning, everyone. Let's explain this code. This line brings the pandas library and which is greater working with the tables and spreadsheets in Python, and the PD is just a shortcut name for pandas. And this line is the this reads CSV file called disease data CSV located in the content and folder. The contents are stored in the table format in the variable of, and this line is the defines a function named normalize that takes a string like favor that like that. Next one is
Morning, my name is Sachin, and Manjunath is explained by the header files of that code. I am going to explain the build rules. The main function of the build rule is used to build a set of rules from a data set for a rule-based classification system. In this context, it likely being used to predict disease based on symptoms. Like going to first line, define build rules. That means this line defines a function of named build rules. It takes one input arguments depth such which stands for a data frame typical from a pandas library, like initializing rules dictionary, like rules, open flower bracket and close flower bracket. This line creates an empty dictionary and called rules. This dictionary will store in a rule based mapping, like for I row in define a iter rows means loop through each row on the data frame. This line is start for loop go through the each row of the data frame, like normalize the symptoms is equals to normalize open row symptoms. Take the symptoms columns of the current rows and pass through its functions and normalize assume to be a custom function that cleans and standard for a symptom string, converts to a lowercase, remove the extra space punctuation, sorts the format consistence, like extra and clean disease name. Disease is equals to row actual disease dot strip and lower. We access the actual disease value of the current row. Strip removes all leading of trailing white space dot lower. It converts the disease name into a lowercase. Add rules to the dictionary. Rules, open bracket and close bracket. The symptoms is equals to diseases. We added a new entry to the rules dictionary. The key is a normalize symptoms and the value of the actual diseases. If the same symptoms appear again, it may overwrite a preview one. Like return the final result. We are going to return the final result and return rules. Once all rows are processed, the function returns the completed rules dictionary. The dictionary can be used for a rule-based classification if a user certain. Like next part of the code explained by Manoj, my friend.
Hi everyone, I am Manoj and I will be explaining about exact match and subset match in this code. So here coming to the exact match, the if statement checks whether user symptoms exactly match with any key in the rules dictionary. If there's an exact match, it directly returns the corresponding disease. Here, coming to the subset match, if there is no exact match, this loop checks each rule in the dictionary. It converts both input symptoms and rule symptoms into sets and then checks whether input system symptoms is a subset of the rule system or not. Example, if rule symptoms is equal to fever, cough and fatigue and input symptoms are fever, cough, then it's a subset match. If a match is not found, it returns the corresponding diseases. If no exact match is found, the function returns unknown to indicate that it could not identify the disease based on the input symptoms. The further explanation will be given by Shashikar.
Thank you, Manoj. First of all, we have imported the data disease data CSV, and the data are here symptoms and actual disease. For testing, rules is equal to build rules. It defines the rules, and tests are if we enter the fever, cough, shortness of breath, rules is equal to predict disease function, rules and test input. So test input such as fever, cough, fatigue, it returns fever, cough, fatigue, it returns flu. fever, cough, fatigue, it returns flu. Suppose if we change the inputs, such as change the symptoms for shortness of breath, shortness of breath executed. See, it's showing predicted disease equal to COVID-19. Thank you.